The Season 2 Reloaded update just got released over here in Call of Duty Warzone, and I got you with the top 5 best meta loadouts that you could be running over in Warzone, Ranked, and Battle Royale as a whole. And we're also going to be going over the patch notes that followed along with this to see what actually changed with the meta. But let's not waste any more time and get right into it. So starting out with our patch notes, the MCW and the Holger 556 did receive a massive buffs in terms of damage, so now they're going to be more viable at close and longer ranges. The PP50 was neutral within the update. It did see damage decreases and recoil increases, but then also had its aim down sight time slightly improved right here. And over here, the SVA 545 also did see handling increases. The Ram 7 did get its maximum damage range decreased from 33 down to 26. The MTZ 762 overall saw a massive hit, so this isn't going to be as viable as it once was. And then right here, the Sidewinder got a little bit of a buff. Same thing with the AMR 9. The Ram 9 got some changes to its barrels. The WSP 9 got a buff with the start of Season 2, and it looks like they're just trying to make it a little more useful. Another change to the Rival 9 aftermarket part, and the PD SW got a little bit of a sight adjustment right there. The LMG, so the Bruen MK9 got a massive buff right here, which means it's more faster at handling, and also some of its damage multipliers got changed as well. And the Pulemiot got a little bit of a nerf with its Jack Annihilator bullpup with the bullet velocity. The Stalker got a buff to its ADS time, the same thing with the Cat and the SPX. The Renetti got a maximum damage increase over on its aftermarket part, and then also a lot of these on their aftermarket parts as well. And then the Wonder Waffle right here got a massive buff, but I don't think it's going to be as broken. Let's get into the top 5 loads that you could be using in Ranked, Warzone, and Battle Royale as a whole. So starting out with our first class, we have the Ram 9 and the newly added SOA Subverter. This is my go-to class for Ranked right now. They're just overall very, very powerful, whether you're up close or at far. And these are just absolutely unstoppable here. And right here on my Ram 9, I do have the ZEM 35 compensated. I have that on a lot of my guns. 1, because it decreases the minimap ping. 2, there's no flash. And 3rd, it decreases the visual shake within the gun. And then I have the DR6 hand stop, the 50 round mag, because this does fire very, very fast and you lose it. The ultralight stock and the DXS flash 90. And on my SOA Subverter, I do have the Dorzer 90 long barrel, and this does help out with the bullet velocity, the gun kick, the recoil, and overall very solid barrel. Same thing, the ZEM 35 compensated flash, because I feel like without that on this gun, it does bounce a little bit more than normal. 50 round drum, same thing, it fires fast, and also for more squad sizes, the more ammo you have, the better. The Motion V2 heavy stock here, this does help out a lot with the recoil control. When you're firing this at longer ranges and more time, it does have a lot of bounce and sway to it, so that's why I have a lot more recoil control on this. And the glassless optic is a very OP optic. If you don't have it, there's multiplayer challenges that you can get in order to unlock this. To weekly challenge, it was last week, so I think it was 4. So if you guys go to that, definitely try to get this optic because it's so overpowered. And then I got the Smoke Grenade, Semtex, and I got Double Time, Mountaineer, Resupply, and High Alert because this is my go-to ranked loadout right here. And if you guys are more of a sniping and you guys like to get those one-shot downs to Resurgence, this is my go-to quick sniping class. I got the mid-range HRM here. I do have the Princeps long barrel. This is kind of like my sniper support. This is what I found works for me. And I got the VP27 mini brake to help out with the horizontal recoil on this. Now this is an MW2 attachment, but I have tried a lot of underbarrels, and I feel like this is one of the best with this exact class setup. It does say hip fire spread and very minimal recoil control, but for some reason, after all the other barrels I have tried, this one has worked the best for me there. 50 round mag, 50 round drum mag, and the folding stock for more recoil control there. And then I got the one-shot Stalker, which this gun is so OP, and they just actually buffed the aim down sight time so it's even faster. You don't have to have explosive rounds on this to one-shot, so I have the Fission 60 barrel, the Sonic Suppressor, high grain rounds, and then no stock in Stalker Light for the bolt to be able to rechamber it faster. And I'm trying to get as much bullet velocity out of this weapon as I can, so I got it to 1340.2 on this, so it can almost be hit scan even though it's not, but overall it's just a very class setup to use. On my next class setup, I have the Bruen. This is a very dominant weapon. Like I said, in the patch notes, it did get a lot of handling increases and some damage multiplier increases, but this gun just feels really, really good. And over here, I got the 23 XRK Horizon V2 barrel. I just deleted that like a dum-dum. I got the bullet velocity change for the gun kick control and recoil control. This makes it a little more stable because it does have a lot of shake when you're firing it over longer distances and it's harder to see. The VT7 Spirit Fire to keep us off the minimap. The Bruen Heavy Support Underbarrel for the horizontal recoil control there. The Lane 56 stock and of course the glassless optic. And on my Striker 9 right here, the Striker 9 is very OP. This was buffed in the Season 2 update, and still not a lot of people are running it, and it's a very high fire rate. Feels almost like the Ram 9. It's just a little bit slower TTK, but overall still a very solid weapon. So I have the Striker Recon Long Barrel here because I do sometimes take this over longer engagements, especially if I have this gun out and I'm pushing, trying to get up close to other people. So that is why I have this on for the extra range right there. Sonic Suppressor, same thing. Keep us off the mini-map for the bullet velocity and damage range. DR6 handsaw for faster aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. 50-round drum for the extra magazine ammo and the NIDAR model. I tried the glassless optic on this. I liked it, but for some reason having the circle optic just feels a lot better than the glassless, but it's all personal preference to you guys on whichever optic you want. So with class number 4, I do have the SVA 545 and the WSP 9. Overall, both of these guns are a very good combo, especially if you're tapping the SVA 545 and then somebody comes up close, you can quickly swap out to the hard-hitting WSP 9. And for this, I had the SVT Precision Barrel, the VT7 Spirit Fire, again to keep us off the minimap, the 45-round mag, the FSS Ravager 45 stock, and of course again the glassless optic, which is just so overpowered. And the WSP and I do have the WSP Reckless 90 long barrel, Sonic Suppressor, the DR6 hand stop, the 50-round mag, and the NIDAR model. Again, I tried the glassless optic on this, and for some reason, I feel like the circle optic, especially on the SMGs when you're up close, is just a lot better. And personal preference to me, you guys can do whatever optic you want as well. And then for my last class setup, I do have the Holger 556 and the HRM. So for the Holger 556, I do have the Cryo 6 barrel right here to help out with the bullet velocity and the gun kick control. This doesn't have a lot of recoil, but if you're shooting it over long distances for a longer period of time, it does have a little bit of bounce to it, which is a little bit weird. So I try to keep recoil control always stable so it's very easy to maintain. Zem 35, of course, again, to keep that muzzle flash down and also visual shake. The 40-round mag, the RB Assault stock, and again, the Jack glassless optic. The HRM, this is what I call the shorty HRM. So this is the Zem 35 compensated. I do have high grain on this, but if you guys want, you could swap out the high grain for the Thor 90 barrel. I do see a lot of other people doing that as well. I just like that little extra damage range and also the bullet velocity that does provide out. The 50-round drum, the PCS 90 Assault rear grip, and the folding stock for the actual stock for the better recoil control. That's going to do it for me. If you guys like what you saw in today's video, definitely feel free to drop a like and hit that subscribe button to stay all up to date with anything and everything Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Zombies, and Warzone related news. But then again, it's Scott ID. Stay blessed, stay positive, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.